I'm going to read an excerpt from my book, Reparations. It's a book that I wrote the first line in 1954, long time ago. And through the years, I kept adding to it, changing it, but it had the same feeling of what life was like in Europe after World War II. Mid-century, June 1950. Dawn lifted the city from night. Summer sound slipped into the open window. Bird song and the clang of the garbage trucks opened the day. I reached across the double bed for Jacob, for his long, lean body, for the comfort of our warm bodies joined in sleep. His pillow was cool, untouched. He had left for London without me, 10 days after the abortion. These last days of June were hot. Heat beat down on New York buildings. The concrete sidewalks burned my feet through my leather soles as I walked the streets, dazed. The heat dampened my sheets. My white batiste nightgown twisted around my legs. The back of my neck was wet. I stretched my arm across the bed and heard Jacob's words echo. Wait a month. Wait until you've healed from this miscarriage. When you're not so pale. When you're stronger. When we can fly across the continent. I'll rent a small plane and together we will tour Europe from the air. I'll rent an acrobatic plane and we can fly upside down over Paris. Get the blood back in your pretty cheeks. I'll have everything set up for us, a flat in London, new home base. A place to get started without a mewling infant. He paused for my approval. And once again he said, you're going to heal. You're healing now as though he could will my physical recovery. I returned a weak smile and thought, healed? How could I heal? How could I repair the loss? Had I committed a crime against myself? This was not, in medical terms, a spontaneous abortion, a miscarriage. This was a calculated act to terminate a life. It was an agreement on my part to subordinate my desire to have a child to his will, to his driving need to stun the newspaper world with his talent. We'll have so many children that the old woman in the shoe will have to make room in her shoe or get another shoe for our kids. He was lying. His attempt at humor had failed to please me as it once did. I recognized his half-smile, the turned-up twist of his mouth. What was the force of his words that convinced me to have the third abortion? An abortion I did not want. That's the end of the excerpt. I'm sure you will enjoy it. The book is really about living in Europe and how people survived the Holocaust. Strangers to the Holocaust and people who lived through it.